Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Hyperion-Blue-GT. Now it's time to get ready for round 31 of the Nations Cup on Gran Sport. So we'll be racing on Fuji International Speedway for 10 laps by using Gr.2 category. So another race for a Super GT 500. Will Mike get ready? Will Mike take the challenge? Will begin. So the tire will be required to be able to use racing soft and medium tires. So this is going to be able to choose the moment of choice. So looks like just going to go and get ready to use the Honda NSX Concept GT 2016 with a Wings Club library. But that's right, this will might get ready for one magical surprise to be able to make one special arrival onto the Nations Cup that this will might get ready to get everything started. So, taking on the daily race, and now this will might take on for the competition will might get started out. So this is going to be able to be sure that this will might be able to get ready for one good time trial race. So this is going to get everything well magical that this will might be able to be the best choice that this will might have. So quick preview of the loading screen that this will be needed, that this will might have the full part will might have to get. Alright, now this is going to get everything ready, so just going to be sure that the racing soft tires will might be able to go first to be able to take the time trial practice. Now let this be a one fasting moment, because this is going to get everything will be prepared, because this is going to get one Super GT Wings-tastic that this is going to be able to coming in, because this is going to be able to get ready, will might be able to get started for this race, that this will might be able to have a GT500 race for only one special library, that this is definitely might be good to go. So this is going to be able to take one good efficient handling, that this is going to get everything well skillful that this will need to be able to coming in. But even so, that since the last time we just definitely take the different race for only a Group 2 on Fuji Speedway, because that was definitely might be pretty challenging and pretty hard to get. So let's just gonna be able to be sure, because this is definitely might be able to take the strong challenge, that this is gonna give one good call, that this is gonna be able to take the hot lap, will might get everything well approved. Now everything is gonna be able to get well organized, that this might need to do properly. So because this is going to be able to take on the full track, that this is going to get everything well ready and be prepared for one risk, that this is going to get everything challenges that this is going to be able to make. Now let's just going to have to keep going faster, and then take downhill and uphill climb strategy, that this is going to get everything elevated up, that this is definitely might be able to go on to the next lap to elevate down. But this is going to get everything will be able to keep going faster, will might be able to keep it up on it. Now this is definitely might be able to give efficient handling skills, that this will might coming in. So just going to be sure that this is going to be able to use this very wisely. And now this is going to get everything will stronger, that this is going to be able to stay on hold, that this will might get everything will challenges that this will be made. Now let's just going to be able to be sure that this is going to be able to take the gap check, that this will might get everything well ranged on it, because this is going to get everything well super fast. Okay, getting a little bit past through on the ghost lead, because even that this definitely might be able to give one magic taste, that this might be able to reveal. But just going to do whenever it takes, that this is going to be able to beat the fast lap, that this is might be coming in. Okay, just going to have that turn, and then take a little bit better chance. Okay, that should probably do it. And now get that 1 second gap behind is definitely might be climbing up, and then just get everything to be giving well performance. Okay, that's pretty excellent turn, and now this is going to be able to drive greatly faster until this is definitely might be able to give one chance to be able to have a 1 second penalty gap distance behind. Will might come reach up onto the blue. Now this is going to get a little bit harder, that this one might get stronger than ever. So this is definitely might be well prepared to be able to take 10 laps around the track, because this is going to get everything will be well focused to be ready to be prepared. Just going to make sure that the first turn is going to be the hardest, because let's just going to do it very properly to avoid spin outs, just like what happened the last time on this race. That definitely might be coming in to see this for a little situation that this will might get a little bit left behind. Alright, let's just going to make sure that this is going to get everything well challenged, that this will be sure to be able to be ready for anything. If there's any, might be able to have plenty much more inside turns, and then gets a little bit more closer to get. So just going to be able to get one good straight edge onto the get-go, that this will might be able to avoid the penalty. That will might be able to do better to be able to stay safe whenever it gets a little bit more apex approval, that this is going to be able to coming in. Alright, let's just going to go in, and then this is going to get everything well better. So looks like different racing outfit change. That means necessary that this is going to get everything will be able to be prepared for it. So just going to be able to take a little bit time to be able to stay focused, and then do a little bit more maintain. Okay, raise that throttle, and now just gonna keep focusing to be able to make a new fast lap. Okay, very excellent on that freestyle 190R turn. And then this gets needed, that this one might be able to stay on track to maintain. Alright, looks like it's about to be able to coming back from behind and make it ahead. Just going to be able to be sure, because this is definitely might be able to stay on it, because transmission gear changes up differently. So just going to be able to do quickly to be able to go as planned. Even the experts have definitely good enough to be able to use the manual transmission, that this will be helpful, that this is definitely might be able to coming in. Now let's just going to be able to have to stay on the track. Then this one might have a minute and 32 second time until this one might get a minute left, until this one might join in for a race to be able to join in session. Okay, let's just gonna get everything will be needed to be able to make sure this is gonna be a one magical surprise, that this one might be able to have other GT players that bring out their GT500 race libraries, that this is going to have to take. So it'll be able to make sure that this one might be able to have one color surprise, that this will be seen. That will might get everything well recognizable. Okay, 30 seconds left. Hope this will might be ready to take it all, and now this is going to get everything well prepared. Okay, let's just gonna stay on it, and then just going to be sure that the turns are definitely pretty tricky on the different handling. So looks like time to join in session of the race. We might get started. Ready to go. So looks like everything is gone standard and regular. So maybe this is definitely might be doing better. So looks like everybody joins in for this race, and now this is going to get everything will be magical made to be able to give a good surprise, and then this is going to be able to do perfectly better, that this one might be able to take a guess to see if they have some good libraries they have or not. So maybe they just definitely might be also to stay the same type as Remain. Alright, let's go and get ready to get started for this race. And then, yep, they also bring out these libraries because they just definitely want to be hidden. Just giving one magical touch to see this is definitely might be good. And then they just definitely might be able to wait for the moment to come out. Alright, let's go and get ready for a 2-minute warm-up time until this is going to get everything will be started. Now, this is going to get everything we'll be able to take one good magical race. We might be able to stay on foot, and now this is going to get everything well settled. So maybe this is going to get everything will be challenges that this might be able to hold on for. Okay, get some good brake balance check that this will be needed if possible. Now, let's just going to be sure, because this is going to get a little bit extremely racing, that this is going to get everything started out for. Attack Motorsport Racing Team in the house. Well, looks like this is definitely might be making a grand entrance. Alright. Just going to make sure this is going to be able to be ready for one good surprise until just going to be able to give one moment that this one might be able to wait for the chat surprise message we might have to get. So first things first, warm up, qualifying, and then surprise later until this will might be needed to be able to get ready. Alright, let's just gonna be sure, because the yellow flag just called in by the check, and then this is definitely might be going a little bit surprising to be having the unexpected event going on. So right on schedule for 1 lap warm-up, and then this one might get started out for. Now this is going to get everything magical qualifying ready for 10 minutes, and then this is going to be able to take much better effort ways to be able to go in, and this is definitely might be able to take a little bit well focused. We might get everything ready for the terms. Alright, let's just go and get ready. Now this is going to be able to give a little bit well lined up by the numbers, you guys. This is definitely might be have all the racing soft tires to be well settled in to be ready. Now let's go and take that lap time. Wheel might go faster and quick, and then this is definitely might be able to do a little bit riskier well. So it's going to be able to take. Alright, this is going to get everything, will be prepared for the moment, and then just going to give one good handling effect that this will might be able to do perfectly better, to be able to stay focused, to be able to do a little bit maintain. Okay, looks like Pancake M11X is definitely in second place to be able to take a little bit more qualifying starts to be going in, and then this is going to be able to take attempted turn passing through, and then this is going to get everything well better to be able to do a little bit quick risk. Alright. Going in uphill terrain, and then this is definitely might be going smoother and better. And now this is going to be able to take the best ways to be able to start the qualifier time to begin. And then this will might be able to have one perfect achievable lap time will might be needed, that this will might get everything well approved efficiently. So it's going to be able to do one surprise to be able to going in. SR on the green, and let's get winched up onto that NSX. Will might be able to take onto the top position as soon as possible. Will might get ready. Okay, 7 minutes and 50 seconds remaining, and now this is definitely doing okay. Now this is going to be able to take plenty much more turns. We might go quickly, that this is going to be able to coming in. Now everything is going to get everything well skilled attempted turns, and now this is going to get everything worked up perfectly. Will be needed to improve. Okay, just gonna give one good brake approval to be needed to worked up, and then just gonna get everything switched up on it. Okay, relaunch that throttle, and now continuing on to be able to take some few consecutive turns. We might be able to have the terrain will be needed. Then this is going to take it slow and make it go faster, and then give it one good straight edge that this is going to be able to coming in to take the approaching in, and then give a one full straightaway approach to take that speed to get in. Alright, a minute and 32 second time is definitely might be getting started. So let's just gonna go and get ready, because this is definitely might be giving one good fast attempt that this is gonna get everything climbed up onto the top position whenever it's gonna be able to stop at any time record, that this is gonna get everything needed. Oh boy. Yep. Just gonna make sure, because the hazard lights has definitely might need to turn on for. But unfortunately, just gonna be able to have that tire to be able to need to change up onto the pits. Okay, so looks like this is gonna get very too aggressive. So just gonna be able to change tactics of the skills that this is gonna be needed for. So just gonna give less than 1 minute time in the pits, and then this is gonna get everything will be needed for sure. But it's gonna get very difficult for this race, because this is gonna get very harder, that this is gonna get everything will fall. Okay, it's just gonna be able to take that pit stop at the time comes. Now, looks like just gonna be able to make sure, because the position check that this is gonna be coming in. But I hope that this is gonna be able to have the best clean race moment, and this will might be able to make sure, because the tires as definitely might be able to have to stay well maintained checked. Okay, looks like this is definitely might be doing differently well for a different racing outfit, but well, this one might give it better temporarily, of course, and then this is definitely might be needed. Alright, changed up the tires, and now this will be good to go. Alright, looks like giving new fresh tires and then refuel, and then this will be all good. Now let's just gonna resume the catch up to do, and mostly just be very gentle to the Winx library, because I'm just definitely might be able to give a little bit time. Okay, looks like a minute and 34 seconds time is definitely might be coming closer. Just gonna be able to try and keep up, and then this is gonna get very tougher if this is gonna be able to go racing medium tires. Okay, keep going and race at speed, and then this is gonna get everything will be able to stay on track, because this is gonna be a one difficult race and one hard challenge, that this is gonna get everything will be prepared. Okay, looks like only 3 minutes left, folks, because this is definitely might be nearly closer until this one might be able to get ready for one good surprise moment. So this is definitely might be better to be able to change up the different outfits. That this is definitely go by the way. Okay, thought this might be red, but temporarily used for the Nations Cup event, that this will be needed, of course. Alright, this is going to get a little bit harder on the first turn, so this might get comes quickly and comes close. Now, looks like this is going to be able to keep focusing on the time remaining. This is definitely might be going a little bit slippery and better. Okay, get back on that second gear to be able to make it in and then keep going faster. Okay, looks like 1 minute and 40 seconds left both. Now, looks like getting a little bit closer, and then this is going to get everything well better to be able to keep up, stay on track, to be able to get one handling approval that this is going to get everything might stay stronger. Now, this is going to giving one good full straight that this is going to be coming in, and then even that this is going to get a little bit possible that this might be able to stay on in the racing medium section ways that this is going to be coming in to get. Alright, going to take that first turn again, and then this is definitely might be safer and clean. Alright, this is going to get very excellent and very good, and then this is going to be able to take a lot of extreme handling that this is going to be able to keep going much faster to be able to take the approaching in, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit of time remaining. Alright, let's do it. Okay, looks like just gonna be able to take a little bit more throttle that this might keep it up hold. Alright, proceed to the final lap of the qualifying race, and now this might be able to stop at lap number 6. Now, even that this is gonna be very challenging, that this is gonna be taking a little bit more time to be able to take a little bit tire change. So, looks like the fuel's still probably better that this will be able to get recommends checked in for. So looks like this is going to be able to start out on 9th place, and then this is going to get everything ready to go. Make it 10th place, and then looks like this is going to be able to take on with other players with a Nissan Moto EUTEC GTR 2016, and now this is going to be a one super fast GT500 race that this is going to get everything ready to go. Now, this one might be considered to give a minute left until this one might give a little overtime, and then looks like they can still probably use the 2008 Super GT season race cars like the SC430, so that would be doing good. So now this is going to get everything work faster, that this is going to be able to stay stronger. We might have to take, and takes a lot of pressure that this is going to be able to hold on for. Now, looks like 30 seconds left until this one might be able to get ready to start this race. But I hope that this is going to be able to give a one good surprise, that this is going to get everything will be prepared. So, well, I hope this will might have the best choice to be able to use the Honda NSX Concept GT will be able to use for a race, but just giving one good magical surprise, this will might give everything needed for the other drivers, so it'll be able to believe everything that this one might be able to do better. Alright, looks like this is definitely might be getting ready to go, so looks like this is going to be able to take a good ways that this one might be able to have a one good good surprise message to be able to good ways to be able to have good ways to have an NSX surprise message to be needed for to be able to have something to go. Alright, good thing that this will might be able to get started, so good thing this will might be able to have a message received. We might go in, and then here we go. Let's get started for this race. We'll begin anytime soon, and then this is gonna get started. Alright, here we go. Looks like round 31 of the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sports. So this is going to get ready to go to be able to have a good race. We might be able to get started. So first up is Mark M40 with a Nissan GTR. Followed by second place is MDK Addict with another Nissan GTR. Third place is Jammer 1796 with a custom Nissan GTR. Fourth place is Canuck GT with a Snoopy Nissan GTR. Fifth place is Too Rare to Die 21. And sixth place is Ninja Brad 80 with a Spider-Man Nissan GTR. Seventh place is Niedering Haas 13 with a white custom style GTR. Eighth place is Justin 613. Ninth place is Thai Guy 526 with a Time Attack GTR variant. And 10th place is myself with a Winx Club library on the Honda NSX concept. 11th place is Hunter Legacy with a Ray Brig NSX. 12th place is Kart Racer 034 with a black Lexus RCF. 13th place is Akio with an AU Tom's Lexus RCF custom library. And 14th place is FRT Fuji. 15th place is Pancake M11X. Nice library on that SC430. 16th place is Ez Web. 17th place is ATK Brothers Manager. 18th place is The Badness. And 19th place is I Am Noxious 2. Now this is gonna get everything ready to go. So looks like other racer in this lobby also found out that this pink NSX is a Winx Club library, and now this is going to be one magical surprise to coming in. And then here we go. This is going to be a 10-lap challenge to be able to race around on Fuji Speedway. Rolling starts on the way, and now let's get ready. This is going to be able to do the best motivation moment that this is going to be a 1 GT500 race, and everybody could probably able to have the chance to win. Here we go, let's get started. This is definitely might be pretty faster to be able to give a good approach. And then looks like here comes that turn. This is going to get everything well braced up to be able to hold on to it. Good thing that they just definitely might be able to keep ourselves to be able to keep holding the brakes at the first turn, because this is going to get pretty harder to be able to make it well difficult, because this is going to be able to keep it up on it, because just going to make sure this is definitely well progressed, that this is going to get everything well situated. Now looks like this is going to get coming in, and then this is going to get everything well stronger. And then also just going to make sure, because this is definitely might be pretty important race, that this is going to be able to stay stronger and then stay better. We might keep it better. Alright, let's just gonna be able to stay on the handling onto that part of the chicane, and then, oh man, this is definitely might be pretty harder, that this is definitely might be deal with that problem. Okay, looks like it gets a little bit dropped out on the position, and then this is definitely pretty extremely rough. Now, looks like finally got back on track, and then looks like this is going to get a little bit harder, that this is definitely might be able to stay stronger, that this is going to get. Alright, looks like this is going to get very trouble going on by now, but this is definitely might be pretty harder, that this is definitely having a lot of collisions going on in the first lap of the race, and then this is definitely might need to be able to slow down. But this is definitely might be pretty good because everyone's been had to be able to take the best moment since the start of the race, and then this is going to be very work closer to be able to get better, but well, this is going to get everything will might be able to stay on track, and then this is going to get very extremely challenging for us if we might be able to take the chance we might get in. Alright, looks like this is going to get everything well closer, that this is going to be able to stay stronger, we might be able to do a little bit well achieved, and then this is going to get everything we'll be able to do faster to be able to keep it up on it, because the handling is going to get pretty intense, so we must be careful and very use it wisely. Now, this is going to get very closer, that this is going to get stronger, and then doing the best we can, because this is going to get very intense situation during this race, and this is definitely ruining the whole moment since the start of the first lap of the race, and then this is going to get very too hard to be able to get. And then this is going to be able to stay a lot of grip, that this is going to be able to keep coming in, that this is definitely all about stability balance, that this is going to get everything checked. Alright, Marcan 40 takes the lead by the start of the run, and now looks like this is going to be able to do a lot of pressure. We might be able to keep it up on it, because everything is going to get very harder on this race, so this is definitely might be able to do a little bit better to be able to stay stronger and better to be able to stay everything in. Now, looks like just going to get everything will be needed, because it gets a little bit too over reckless, just going to get everything will might stay on in the TCS, so that will be able to make it much better to be able to take. Alright, this is going to be able to stay on it, and then looks like this is going to be able to just take a 15th place, that this is definitely will be needs, that this will might be able to get everything better going on, and then looks like they are trying to be able to keep it up on it, because this is going to get a little bit harder and better, that this is going to have everything we might take. Okay, just going to be able to stay on focus, and then this is definitely loosening up on the grip. And oh, looks like Kart Racer is definitely takes the lead, takes 15th place, and now this is going to get everything. We might be able to stay on touch on it, because something else messing up the performance, because nothing else but it's getting a lot of issues going on lately, because that is going to get very much harder, that this is going to have to take the racing medium tires, that this one might going in. Okay, that was a one crash entrance, that this is going to get coming in to do it, so let's just going to be able to make sure that the tires will be changed, and then this is going to get everything well better, so even if possible, because that will be having a lot of tough strategy, because this will might needs to take medium tires, that this will might get well. Alright, let's just going to be able to change up and refuel, and then this will be good to go. And also, most unfortunately, that could be much possible if experts could probably able to take that chance, and then this is going to get everything well behind, and then there's Els Webb on the 19th place, and then this is definitely where it's at, and now this is going to get everything very well settled, that this will might need to be able to catch up on it. Looks like the catching up is on, and now this is going to get everything will be needed to be able to make sure. And then unfortunately this is going to get very harder, that this is definitely might be needed to be able to make sure, because this is going to be able to stay on track, that this is going to get everything will be needed to go on. Alright, looks like they're on the 5th lap, and then this is going to get everything going on, we'll be able to stay on track, and then this is definitely might be very handling, that this is going to be very tougher to be able to get closer. Now, looks like on the 53-second gap ahead, and now this is going to get everything we'll be able to get approaching in, and then Markham 40 is about to be able to press on to be able to take the blue flag zone, to be able to give way for faster cars on the last 2 drivers behind. And then this is going to be very tougher, that this will might be able to stay safe on this race, because this is going to be able to make it much longer to have it all. And this is definitely might be able to get closer to be able to make it better. Okay, 2 Rare to Die, 21 is in 2nd place, and now he's about to be able to catch up onto Markham 40's lead. And he is definitely might be pretty good to be able to have a Nissan GTR in the race, and this is going to get pretty contested to be able to work up, and then this one might stay up ahead. And this is going to get everything well better, that this one might be able to deal with any other corners, that we must be able to take the downhill, uphill section of the corner. And then looks like coming in onto the pits, and now this is definitely the time to be able to change up the tires for Markham's 40. And then Jammer 1796 takes the lead, and then Markham is now definitely might be able to coming back to be able to take the lead. We'll might get everything better, we'll be able to stay on track, and then this will might go again to do it. Several GT500 race cars are definitely might be able to take the tire changing on the pits, because can't stand with the racing soft tires. They just definitely might be going with the racing medium tires, that this will might do better. Now looks like this is going to be able to keep coming in, and then looks like coming out onto the pits. This is definitely might be doing well. Recommend, if possible, that this is going to get very challenging, that this one might be able to catch up on it. Looks like moving on in, and then still on to the 17th place is going to get everything well closer, that this one might have to get. Now looks like I see the group, and then this is definitely might be giving a lot of chance we might catch up on it, because giving race position means takes everything for having a lot of pressure. Will might be able to stay on, that this will might be in just for a while. Okay, hope this is going to be worked up very perfectly. This is it. Getting nearly there, and then this is going to be able to stay on that grip. We'll be able to hold out much longer, and then this is going to be able to take 4 more laps to go. This is going to be able to do a little bit hard race. We might keep it coming better. Okay, just stay put, and then this is definitely might be able to make sure. Okay, looks like the Batness is definitely might be doing okay to be able to stay on the handling, and then just going to be able to try to keep it calm and keep it well pressured to be able to maintain. And then, oh, looks like someone just definitely struck onto it. That could be pretty harder to get. That considers a penalty, that this is definitely due to the effect that this is going to be not doing well. Unfortunately, that is unfair for this race, and then this is definitely might need to be very careful. Now, this is definitely might be considered this to be able to have a penalty will be able to occur going on. So looks like this is going to be on the 3 lap remaining time, folks, and now this is going to get everything get everything situated. So Pancake M11X is definitely might be able to get back on track, and then this is going to get everything will be able to stay on it, and then this is going to be able to keep going. But the rest of the group still separates, and now this is going to get very harder to be able to reach up on it. Now, even that this is definitely well situated, that this is going to get a little bit harder lap on this race, but oh boy, Looks like getting a little bit loosened up on that grip. Bummer. Last place means needs to take everything might get better, because that considers the humiliation that this is going to get a little bit harder effort that this is going to get. A lot of spin out going on because they just definitely don't want to end up in last place or nothing, because this is going to get pretty too hard on every race, because this is definitely might be pretty difficult for us, because this is definitely troubling handling going on, because that might be causing a situation that this is going to get. Well, looks like that was the one hard race that this is going to get a little bit less better, but it also might need to do more work. Now, looks like Ed Webb is now in the pits, and now this is going to be needed to be able to change up the tires to be able to coming back in to do it. So, looks like 2 more laps to go onto the current runners, and now Wakam 40 is now back in the lead, followed by 2 Rare to Die 21, and Nigris 13 is in 3rd place. Now, this is going to get everything worked up to be able to get everything well properly. Now, everything is going to get very challenging, that this is going to need to do a lot perfectly, will might get better, that this one might stay on track, because the handling is definitely pretty good, but the tire is having a lot of difficult stress issues that definitely might be going on. Alright, looks like this is going to be able to stay on it, and then this is going to be considered this to be able to have the 9th lap, will might go on, and then just going to be able to try to keep up onto S. Webb's position, and then this is going to get everything a little bit wide open. Okay, looks like getting a little bit low on the tires, but this is definitely getting a little bit harder. Okay, this is going to be able to have a second pit stop to be needed, and then this is definitely might be causing a little problem handling, folks, because it looks like I might be able to do a little commentator, just want to make sure to see how the drivers are doing, because this is definitely might be needs to get, and also mostly that this is going to get very costable, that this is going to get a little bit harder for having a one mess moment of this race. So looks like this is going to be able to give a little bit one more pit stop remaining, because this is going to get everything will be needed to take some repairs. Alright, get the crew set up, and now this will might be needed to be able to fix that damage problem. Alright, good to go, and now let's get back on the track, and then this is going to be able to make sure, because the 10th and final lap, that this will be make it for sure, but it will be able to make it in one piece to be able to have when the time comes. Okay, just going to get closer, and then this is definitely might be making a lot of better terms, that this is going to be able to stay on it. Well, it was a very one hard tough race for us folks, but it seemed doing a little bit better, but it is going to be take a little bit more time on the run, and then this is going to be able to take a little bit more progress that this will might need to get. Now, looks like this is going to be able to take a little bit few more consecutive turns left to go, so looks like they're almost there to be able to reach up onto the final stretch whenever they're about to get ready to go. So this is going to get very tougher, that this will be needed to be able to have well-talented skills that they have. Now, looks like MDK Attic is back on into 3rd place, and then looks like changing of position is definitely might be able to come possible, that this is going to get very tougher to be able to get closer to get. Now, looks like a minute and 27-second gap is definitely might be coming up ahead, so this is definitely might be able to have final lap approach, and then this is going to be able to have the time remaining left to go, so maybe this is definitely might be able to do perfectly that this one might have a fixed race that this is going to be coming in. Now, looks like the time remaining left, so I hope that this is going to be able to have a last place to be finished, and then, well, looks like Hyperion-Blue won this race, and now he deserves to be able to take the best chance of his great choice of his Nissan GT-R. Then, Too Rare to Die, 21 comes in second, and then Gr.2 is in third. Now, mostly that none of us is perfect to be able to have a good race, because this is definitely might need to do a lot better if we might be needs to be able to stay focused, that this one might be able to stay stronger. Now, only 10 seconds left, and then this is going to be able to make it closer there, and then maybe not. Well, I hope that this is going to give everything a little bit much more needed to do a lot more work. So, well, looks like that's seen a lot worse, or that this is definitely might be seen for this race. So, looks like consider this to be able to have a 25 points less, because this is going to get a little bit harder if we might need to be able to keep up on it. So, well, cost of the decreased driver rating, folks, that's how what happens, because this will might need to do a lot of work, because maybe this is definitely might be able to have a restorative outcome. Alright, looks like that's seen a lot better, but looks like definitely might be okay. But, well, it was a fun race, folks, because we did the best we can. So let's just gonna be able to congratulations to Hyperion-10 or Hyperion-40, because that was a very good race that he did very well for his Nissan GT-R. Well, even of course that we just definitely might be able to try to keep up, because GT500s are definitely extremely fast race car, because, well, at least that we try to be able to keep up, and then maybe this is definitely might needs to do a better race. We need to be able to keep going to be able to keep up faster. But of course, maybe let's just gonna scroll up, and then this is gonna be giving a little bit more ways that this move might have. But unfortunately, good thing that was a very good race by using a single Winx Club library on the track. But, well, maybe mistakes happens alright, because, well, if we might be able to try to keep up, if we might be able to do better. So maybe importantly, because this is gonna get everything, will be have everything for it. So just gonna be able to have one better takes to be able to avoid the negative criticism that this is going to be able to have. Well, can't believe it, because all the red dots on the penalty is definitely might be needs to do a lot of work, because that causes a lot of pressure if we might be able to have a good chance of an increased driver rating. But maybe let's just going to go back onto the daily race that we might need to have. Well, we'll have to make sure we have to be able to stay clean on this race by using Gr.2, folks, but maybe this is definitely might needed to do perfectly better. So let's just gonna be able to have to get ready to wrap this up for it. So good race on round 31, so it'll be able to do better next time. So even if we might be able to have a chance to be able to race again by Gr.2 next year, so give her a chance to take, so that will be much perfectly better. Alright, first race by using a Winx Club library on the Nations Cup, and this is gonna get everything will be prepared. We might be able to get ready for the next race anytime soon, so we might be able to keep practicing more, you guys, because that's how important racing to do, to be able to take the time trial, to be able to take some handling skills, and also to be able to keep the pressure. We might be able to keep it uphold, because take some good contingency of this race by using a Gr.2 car is important if we might be able to go faster. But sometimes it is definitely pretty challenging if we must be able to take the chance we might need to get. So we'll have to make sure that this we might be able to get ready for the next round on the Nations Cup, so it'll be get better soon. Alright folks, glad that you really enjoyed this race. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and bell for notification uploads, and the links on the description down below if you want to see more. I'll be seeing you guys next time for continuing on the Nations Cup on Gran Turismo Sport, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on racing, stay cool.